Employees can be a challenge to get on board. As I highlighted earlier, the differences of opinions that employees have about return to the office. Some employees we know are really eager to get back in person. Other employees are really pushing to remain fully remote. And in between these two groups, there are a lot of individuals that see the value in returning to the office, but may be reluctant because of a variety of personal reasons. Arranging childcare. There may be concerns about the time or cost associated with their daily commute, for example. And so again, companies are taking specific steps to try to get employees on board with some of these efforts. One of which is to really better understand employee preferences and concerns by engaging in regular listening sessions. And where possible, trying to use those sessions to identify actions that can be taken to eliminate or reduce certain barriers. For example, we heard from some companies that they have actually started implementing financial support packages for employees to help offset the rising costs associated with things like childcare, pet sitting, or even the kind of gas needed to commute into the office each day. A second strategy is to highlight connections between return to the office and the organization's culture. In other words, to really highlight why is it important for employees to be back in the office? What does this mean for the organization's culture and ultimately its success? For example, some companies have started to emphasize the importance of purposeful interactions, meaningful collaboration for building and maintaining a strong culture, and are even going a step farther in terms of training managers on how to identify when that in-person interaction is really necessary and maybe when it's not, when things can be done effectively remotely. Probably the most common strategy we heard across companies was trying to tap into employees' fear of missing out, or FOMO. For example, companies are engaging in more on-site networking, social events. They're holding town halls that are in-person only, really as a way to try to pull employees or incentivize employees to come back into the office. What we heard across the participants in the session, however, was, it's great to have food trucks on Wednesday or to have special events, but really what's going to entice employees back to the office is when they see and understand the value of those more informal connections with colleagues. That's going to be the real incentive to get them back in the office. So that type of, that aspect of FOMO may be the real key to getting employees on board.